Comfort is not peace. Comfort is a silent trap, and right now you think you are safe because nothing is hurting you, no pressure, no risk, no discomfort. But what if the very thing making you feel okay today is quietly destroying your future? Most people do not fail because they are weak. They fail because they get comfortable, and comfort kills slowly. It does not attack you directly. It does not create urgency. It does not force you to change. It slowly removes your hunger. It replaces your drive with ease and your discipline with delay. You wake up without purpose. You scroll without awareness. You postpone without guilt. And you tell yourself there is always tomorrow. And that is exactly how comfort wins, not by force but by permission. You allow it, you accept it, you live inside it, and over time it becomes your reality. You are not exhausted because you are working too hard. You are exhausted because you are not moving forward. Your mind is tired from inactivity. Your body is tired from lack of direction, and your spirit is tired from knowing you are capable of more, but refusing to act. That quiet dissatisfaction you feel is not random. It is a signal. It is the awareness that you are settling, but comfort teaches you to ignore that signal. It convinces you that everything is fine, that you deserve to rest, that you should wait for the right time. But the right time does not exist. It is created through action, and action only happens when you step into discomfort. Comfort makes average feel acceptable, and over time acceptable becomes permanent. It lowers your standards slowly and silently. You start with small compromises, one missed task, one delayed plan, one easy decision, and then it grows. Those small compromises stack, and before you realize it, your life is built on avoidance instead of action. You begin to normalize things that should never be normal. Wasted time becomes routine, distraction becomes comfort, and lack of progress becomes familiar. And the most dangerous part is you no longer feel the urgency to change, because comfort has numbed you. It has trained your mind to avoid pressure, to escape challenge, and to seek ease at all cost. But growth does not exist in ease. Growth demands effort. It requires resistance. It requires you to face what you do not want to face and do what you do not want to do. Every level of success is built on discomfort, not once, not occasionally, but consistently. The version of you that succeeds is not waiting for motivation. That version operates on discipline, on structure, on action, regardless of feeling. But comfort teaches you the opposite. It teaches you to wait until you feel ready, to move when it feels right, to act only when it is easy. And that is why most people never reach their potential, because they are waiting for a feeling that never comes. They are chasing motivation instead of building discipline. Understand this clearly. Your feelings are not reliable. Your emotions change. Your mood shifts. But discipline stays. Discipline acts even when motivation is absent. Discipline moves even when energy is low. Discipline continues even when results are not visible. And that is the difference between those who grow and those who stay stuck. Comfort rewires your brain. It makes effort feel painful and laziness feel normal. It reduces your tolerance for struggle and increases your desire for ease. The longer you stay comfortable, the weaker your discipline becomes, and the harder it is to take action. This is why starting feels difficult, not because you cannot do it, but because you have trained yourself not to. You have trained your mind to avoid discomfort, to delay effort, and to prioritize ease. But that training can be reversed. The same way you build comfort, you can build discipline. But it requires intention, it requires awareness, and it requires action. You must start choosing discomfort on purpose, not because you enjoy it, but because you understand its value. Wake up earlier than you want, not because it feels good, but because it builds control. Do the hard task first, not because it is easy, but because it strengthens discipline. Focus without distraction, not because it is comfortable, but because it creates progress. Move your body when it resists. Work when your mind wants to quit, and continue when there is no reward. This is how you break comfort, not through motivation, but through repetition, small, consistent actions that build strength over time. Discipline is not built in one day, it is built daily. It is the accumulation of small, hard choices repeated again and again. And each time you choose discomfort, you gain power. You gain control over your mind, over your actions, and over your future. The more you practice discomfort, the less it controls you. Eventually, what once felt hard becomes normal. What once felt impossible becomes routine. And that is when your life begins to change, because change is not created in comfort. It is created in resistance. The gym builds your body through stress, and life builds your future the same way. No resistance means no growth. No discomfort means no progress. If everything feels easy, you are not growing. You are staying the same, and staying the same is the real danger, because time does not stop. Time moves forward regardless of your actions. Every day you choose comfort is a day you move further away from your potential. Every hour you delay is an opportunity lost, and while you are staying comfortable, someone else is working, someone else is building, someone else is becoming what you said you wanted to be, and the gap between you and your future keeps increasing, not because you are incapable, but because you are inactive. Understand this deeply. Your future is not built on what you plan. It is built on what you do, not what you think, not what you say, but what you consistently execute. And execution requires discomfort. It requires effort. It requires you to act even when you do not feel like it. Most people wait for clarity before they move, but clarity comes from movement, not from waiting. You do not need to feel ready. You need to start, because starting creates momentum, and momentum creates progress. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes. The more you delay, the more resistance you feel, and eventually you convince yourself that it is too late. But it is never too late. It is only too late when you stop trying. Comfort will always be available. It is easy. It is accessible. It is everywhere. But growth is rare because it requires effort, and most people avoid effort. That is why most people live average lives, not because they lack ability, but because they lack discipline. If you want a different life, you must accept a different level of discomfort. You must be willing to do what others avoid, to go where others stop, and to continue when others quit. This is not about being perfect. It is about being consistent, about showing up daily, about making progress even when it is slow, even when it is uncomfortable, because progress compounds. Small actions repeated daily create massive results over time, and one day you look back and realize everything has changed, not because of one big moment, but because of many small disciplined choices. This is how you build a future, not through comfort, but through controlled discomfort, not through ease, but through effort, not through waiting, but through action. So stop negotiating with your comfort. Stop delaying your growth. Stop choosing ease over progress. Start now. Start where you are. Start with what you have and commit to the process. Because in the end, you will face one of two pains: the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. And the pain of regret is far heavier. It stays longer. It reminds you of what you could have been, what you could have achieved, and what you allowed to slip away. While the pain of discipline is temporary, it builds you, it strengthens you, and it leads you to a life you are proud of. So choose wisely, because your future is being decided right now in your daily choices, in your habits, in your actions, and in your willingness to step outside of comfort and into growth.